How's it going, everybody? I'm Seth. I'm here with Josh and Kirsten. So how about Pandemic the Cure? So we're just gonna... We got it all set up. We'll just, see what happens. Big fan of Pandemic. So let's see what the dice version has in store for us. I guess we didn't even see who goes first, but I guess I'll just go first.
Go for it.
And if you want a card, so let's see here. I'm gonna roll my dice. Okay, so I got a biohazard, but because I'm the generalist, I can ignore, or the first biohazard I roll each turn does not advance the infection rate syringe, so we're good there. And then I can choose to re-roll any of these. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is go for a quick red cure. And I'm going to fly over here to South America. Well, I'm going to cure that. Cure it again. Fly over to South America, and then I will use my 3 containment stuff. I mean, is this really how it's going to work?
That would be pretty great.
Is containment stuff the official vocabulary of the game?
It is collect sample. Is the Latin version, the scientific name.
We're on stream, so I won't say what I want about it, but yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my 4 actions. I don't need to give you guys any samples, and nobody's in my same region. So now I'm gonna try and find a cure. So I'm gonna roll all of these. And I got more than an 11. So we cured it. Just like that. Is it really just like that?
So, what does the...
Did you move don't you have to put the infections from the region into the treatment center, and then you can only collect a sample from the treatment center?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I think you can only
Yep, you're right.
collect samples if they're in the treatment.
Did play that super wrong. Good thing you're paying attention to the rules.
I was also gonna
Well,
say-
since we're on stream here, I just want to be known as the honest person, to make sure we're playing by the rules.
Well, why didn't you say that before I finished it?
I wasn't paying attention, honestly.
So I'll re-roll
but I got it
these.
in the end. Don't worry about it.
I'll re-roll these.
Also,
here.
I only have 5 dice. A little bit of honesty for you there.
You're only supposed to have 5.
Yeah, he's the generalist, he gets an extra.
I have 7 dice.
I have 6 little dice spots, though.
No, those are the 6 sides of your dice.
Okay.
There we go.
I think the dispatcher should have more than the normal number of dice.
All right. So that's my turn. So I can't try and find a cure. I have no samples. So now we will infect. The current infection rate is 3, so we'll just grab 3 dice out of here. 1, 2, 3. Give these a roll. So we have 5, 6, and 1. All right. Josh?
Okay. Kirsten, do you want to go anywhere in particular?
I mean, so I know in pandemic this doesn't always work, so I have a special ability that when entering a region, I can do special stuff. If he moves me to another region, does that mean entering another region and I think applies to me?
Usually with the dispatcher, it's considered as if they used it themselves.
So that's what I thought would happen.
Okay, and I rolled, as we were thinking, I rolled my first biohazard.
All right, so we made the infection track go up, and that cannot be re-rolled.
Okay. Let's see, I'm going to put this here. I am going to collect this sample here, right?
Yep.
From the treatment center. Kirsten, you don't want to go anywhere?
I'd rather go.
I can send you somewhere for free.
I'd rather be able to go on my turn, and then I can do
I'll grab another sample.
No, I mean, usually the dispatcher moves it as if they were moving themselves. Like,
So he would get my like moving me is me moving it.
yes.
Oh yes, I want to move to one. I want to move to this spot right here.
Europe?
Yes. Sorry, I was.
Yes, that is Europe.
That is Europe.
Oh, the audio cut out.
I would like to move to Europe, please.
Okay, Kirsten, it would be my pleasure to send you to Europe.
That means I get to put one of these.
What about my yup?
Okay, so I can treat, or maybe I should just re-roll this. I'm gonna re-roll this. No money. Oh, darn it. Big money, no whammies. I got a whammy.
I think
on
you were
that
right the first time. No money, no money whammies.
one. Okay, so yep. And we move that up.
And then you drop the bag.
Yeah, so you can try and find a cure if you want. You just need a total of 13. Well, I guess it's pointless. So yeah, you'll infect. You'll do 3 dice and then just put them in.
I guess I could have waited. Could have passed these samples to Kirsten. I'm gonna do that. Right, that's legal.
You have to be in the same location.
Well, but if I had not
if
moved
you
her,
move, well, you have to do it. You do it after you do your actions.
So you can. So either I can be moved, and or you give me those. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, so you roll your dice, do your actions. Once you do all your actions, then you can give samples in the same region. Then you can try and find a cure. Then you can infect.
okay, so on my dispatcher card, during your turn, move other pawns in your region to any other region for free. That's not at any point during my turn. That's only during my player dice and do actions.
Good call.
You might be right there.
I would say since it doesn't involve a dice, and it does not say it's an action.
Then I'll transfer those to her, and then I will send her off to Europe. Then I guess infect regions. Pull 3 cubes. And roll these guys.
No, if he gives me those, do I have to?
Okay, let's see. We got a 4. Uh-oh. A 6. And a 3. Not too bad. I think you keep turning your mic off.
I am. I wasn't talking.
Alright, so I'm asking this question. If he gave me those 2 dice, I put 2 of my dice on them? Or do I keep my dice? Because he gave me the 2.
I think
His dice.
his dice stay on those.
That was my question.
Take a sample. Take all samples of one disease color on your roll card and hand them to one other player in your region. This player puts these samples on her roll card. And samples are the collect sample die and the infection die.
Okay, so I keep his dice.
Yes. That's how I would read it.
Just being clear.
The dice in this workshop mod do not want to roll.
I always feel like they don't roll every now and then.
I'm going to re-roll this one. Someone move up the
I did.
Okay, I thought so, but then I couldn't remember. Wrong button. Oh, that's not terrible. That's not what we want. We want a cure thingy. And I can re-roll as many times as I want, right?
As long as they aren't.
Right. Biohazard.
Yeah.
This one. Bam. Biohazard. Alright. Really want to get that cure.
How's it going, Andrew?
Fantastic. Last time. What grade is this? Alright, I guess that's what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna be able to cure anything, guys. But I will be able to move all over the place. So I assume boats let me go to like adjacent ones. And flights let me go anywhere.
Yes.
My assumption. Alright, I'm going to use a boat to go here, which allows me to put this in here because I'm a team specialist. I'm going to use a boat to go here, which allows me to put this in here.
I also have a helicopter dice ready too, so at any point I can move somebody to any other region.
And I can do this, go here. Seth. Alright, so those were my actions. And then I can give these samples to Seth. Because I ended my turn next to Seth. Well, he can try and cure this thing. And then I infect.
Wait, did you get 2 biohazards?
Yes, I did.
I don't think we moved this up.
Okay, well, I said something.
Sorry, I was. Okay, so we have an epidemic. So you can go ahead and throw these back in.
Shouldn't that have happened before I did all the other stuff?
Well, yeah, but
This is why I said something.
how come no one's paying attention? I'm not paying attention, John. We're just. Who even needs a rule
I'm paying
book?
attention. Paying attention. There's long periods of silence, so I don't know what anybody's doing.
So,
Can you not hear Kirsten? Can you not hear Kirsten or me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think there's also long periods where nobody was talking. I think.
because the epidemic happened as soon as I rolled that second biohazard, right?
Correct.
Okay, so all these things should go back.
Sorry, I was watching the chat. All right, so when an epidemic occurs, take into your hand all dice in the treatment center plus a number of dice from the bag equal to the new infection rate. So 3, and roll them.
Hey, look, the same 3 I just pulled out a minute ago.
Probably because you didn't shuffle the bag. It doesn't matter. That's what you would have pulled anyways. I don't care. Okay, so we're still good.
Do I still get to finish my turn now?
Yeah.
So it actually, so I'm still gonna do the exact same thing I did before. 2 boats. Gets here, but now when I go here, I get to take one of both of these off. Okay. And then I give you the things. And then do I still pull? I put it in my turn?
Yep.
3.
Yeah, the epidemic only doesn't affect the end of the turn or anything. Like,
Just making sure. I didn't think it did, but I was double checking.
all right. Getting a little congested over here in Africa. So my turn?
Yes, dear.
Oh, when did I get these?
At the end of my turn, I also said that.
Oh, geez.
Okay, good. You have a cure. You could use that to hit that last red one.
So that's ignored. Oops. Okay, so now I can cure, or I can hopefully cure red. And then I'm going to take a boat ride to Africa, and I will treat these yellow 5s. And then well, I can fly.
There we go. A couple good old C dice.
Forgot I had that. Well, I guess either way we had it. If whether or not that's a 1 or a 4. So you,
Oh, we need 13.
Yeah.
I had 2 6s. And that's my turn.
Okay, great. So now that we've got the red cure, when we treat, it goes directly into the bag, right? Skips over the treatment center.
No, they all color or all dice of that color go to the center.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess I should. Does anyone want to move to anywhere in particular? Oh, I guess no one else is in my region, so.
Yeah, no,
Let's see. We have so many yellows, so I guess it would be best to try to cure this yellow. Okay, I'm just gonna re-roll everything. They're started. Okay, 3 3 infections. Pretty rough. So when those infections come up, the infection track, it just moves the infection track up. It doesn't pull more dice, does it?
not until we skip into the next region.
Right, when we get into like this kind of, yeah, when we get to the next region, we'll do an epidemic.
Which basically means
Are you? I don't know if your mic's cutting in and out, or
I'm writing it. I'm echoing really bad.
okay.
we're likely to get an epidemic here soon.
Okay, so I only have two more things to do. So let's see. I'm going to re-roll both dice, and I got another one of these, and I'll just stop while I'm ahead and do nothing. And just let me know if you want me to helicopter you to some other place.
To safety.
Yeah, away from me.
So we do have an epidemic, so all of these plus 3 cubes from the bag will get put back on. So go ahead and roll those.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I moved to a headset. Just let me know if you're echoing.
Okay. It wasn't too bad earlier, and then like every now and then it just kind of got really bad, and I was like, well, I'll just ride the. I don't know how much background stuff is coming through on my end either. Oops. I didn't even see my. Where?
There's 4 yellows. Oh wait.
Okay, so these actually go clockwise. So. All right. And we can do these at, I think, any time.
As long as we can pay for them.
Right, so we can do the remote treatment, move any 2 infection dice from any regions to the treatment center, or an airlift, move any pawn to any region, which we have the helicopter, so.
Alright. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, here we go, everybody. I'm gonna fly here. Special's gonna go like that. Then I'm gonna boat over here. Put that in. And then I'm gonna boat over here. Do that. Then I'm gonna fly over here. And do that. And then I'm gonna use.
Because red is cured, it should take both of these.
Okay, I mean, I'm not curing. I'm putting a die.
Okay, that's just your ability?
That's just my ability.
Okay, then I don't think it will.
I didn't think it would either. But
That was good.
I thought it was good. And I still can do my last thing. I can put 3 dice from the treatment center into the infection bag. That way, the next time things don't get, so the red back, we already have that right here. Done put the blue back because there's only one in there. And anyone have a preference on the yellow or black one? That goes back in the black.
I guess black, maybe?
We're about to get a bunch more yellow. Okay. Alright. And so then we're at 3 infections still, so I pull 3.
Correct.
I probably should shuffle this. Right? 1, 2, 3.
All right. So Africa's not looking hot.
Here's your up.
Yeah, but we have time for, I mean, 2 more there will be.
Africa's, yeah, the worst. I
Yeah, Africa will outbreak. Oops, and I didn't mark an outbreak when we had that one. There we go. So is that your turn, Kirsten?
That was my turn.
Let's see what I can do. Oof. I'm right there with you, Josh.
Three, right? You only moved it up 2.
My first one doesn't count.
Oh, that's right.
So I can... If you want to use your helicopter, Josh, to get me to Africa, I mean, we're just kind of saving it, and you're losing a dice by that. So if we're fine, I might use it to go to Africa.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'll cure 2 of these. And then I think I'm going to try and risk it to get some samples here. And then I'll boat to India. And I'm going to call it. Alright. Cool, so now we can also do the good planning. So now you can just roll what you want, if we want to get that.
Just roll whatever you want.
Alright, Josh.
Okay. I mean, we're kind of ripe for black, aren't we? For collecting samples.
Yeah, I just can't roll. I mean, I guess we could... You could try and cure it here and just use that good planning
I was about to say the same thing.
to grab
Yeah,
3
well,
of those.
I'm for that.
Especially because if you roll too many biohazards, then you'll end up at pulling those and putting them back out. Pull 3 of those.
Yeah. Yeah, so if people are in favor of that, I'll...
Definitely.
Okay, and then I'll grab 3 samples here. Let's see. And then I will roll my other 2. I haven't rolled them at all this turn, so let's go and
all right.
biohazard. And then a plane or a treat.
If you plane to me, then you can use your special ability to move me somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving me to other places guarantees me pulling stuff. So if you want to move
Okay.
me to Europe, I can pull a yellow and a blue out of Europe.
Okay, let's do it.
Cool.
The dispatcher has moved to South America, but still is moving Kirsten to Europe.
She just loves
Like
Europe.
I'm like a European travel planner. Viking River cruises. Okay, so, and then what am I doing? I'm going to try to find a cure, right? So I can roll these dice, try to get a 13 or more.
Yep. Roll up.
Okay.
That's
not gonna work.
That's too bad.
But 3 threes be perfect in Yahtzee.
What are the other 3?
Well, at least they're not in the pool, at least, I guess.
And then infect Josh.
Draw 3.
Okay, so we're still pulling 3 dice. That's good. Okay. Red and blues.
Ugh.
Wow. 6.
Ouch,
I think that must be an outbreak.
Yep.
Okay.
I know where I'm going.
So during an outbreak,
I can just rotate.
do we grab 3 more dice now?
Nope, that's only an epidemic. An outbreak just rotates it clockwise.
Okay.
So we just moved one of these 6s over here.
So you're good, Josh?
It's my turn. Yeah, again, I should have given Kirsten the 3 black dice and then moved her.
Oh. That could still work out. You can try and go for yellow, Kirsten.
Reroll these 2 for now. I might reroll another one later, but
Can you collect more than 3 samples and roll them?
Yeah.
okay, rerolling again. Okay, I have 3 samples, so I'll use those to get the 3 yellows out.
And that lets you take 3 dice out of the center.
Yep, and put them back in the bag. So I could boat here, take 2 more, take these 2 and put them in and return them.
That's not bad.
But I was hoping I could come over here, but I think I got a boat, not a flight, so. But that was sort of, or I could try re-rolling and risk getting a.
Yeah, putting us into 4 dice
Yep.
infection.
I think it's better just to do that.
Your call.
I think it's better. I'm going to move here, boat over here. That puts one of each of these in here. And then I can put 3 of those back in the bag. I'm going to put the 2 blue, just because we have a ton of blue out here right now.
Yeah. And we're gonna have an outbreak
That's
or
what I'm
an
saying.
infection
We're
or an
gonna have
epidemic soon.
infection in a moment, so.
Too many disease words.
Which one of these do you want me to put back? The red probably, because we have the cure, or black, so that it doesn't come back out.
I don't care.
Josh,
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards red. Put the red.
Just do red.
Yeah.
Alright, so then I'm gonna roll these to see if I can get these yellow cured.
Can't seem to do it. Well, you need to infect.
That's true.
Okay, then you do it, because my roll sucks.
Yes, it did.
Rough on the 6s.
I'm gonna roll.
I rolled out of turn.
That's not for his. Yeah. There.
Team's under protest.
Always an asterisk.
Thank you for letting me do my own actions.
If I know anything, it's that Pandemic doesn't have a quarterbacking problem.
Don't roll terribly. So you gotta re-roll this one.
Okay, so that is that infection, or the epidemic. So we're gonna grab this, and 4. I don't know if we... Lots of black here. 6. Oops, and we can put another one of these out. We couldn't have bought it anyways.
Ooh.
Another outbreak. And we're getting close on there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we can cure black and yellow.
Yeah, and I can treat on my turn for the red to send all the red dice in South America back.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I could do that, but I might end up... I'll fly to Europe. Use my 2 cures here. Boat to Asia, and we'll roll this, hoping for a cure. No.
Got it.
Nope, that's a different cure.
You wanted to.
Ah. Okay. All right, and then
Too many black dice.
oof. 2 and 5, and that's the same color. So we can do any of these again. I mean, that remote treatment's not terrible. Or the Quiet Night, that's always a fan favorite.
I'm only rolling 2 dice on this turn, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, do we want to spend the 3 for a Quiet Night? I mean, I guess we can see what happens here. So an infection.
Sure, maybe.
There's no black.
Unless we.
Oh, unless we, yeah, we can do the remote treatment if you want to grab another black.
We could grab, you know.
The
oh,
3.
let's do that. Yeah.
We could grab 2 of anything. We could move that
Let's do-
black and a yellow for me. That way we know it's there.
Yeah, let's grab this black, and then you want a yellow.
It's yellow.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
And then
So then I'll collect this black with my knot. Did you move the infection rate up?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Okay, so now I can roll 4 with these black dice.
And hopefully get your dice back. Those don't count as anything. We don't get anything good from those.
CDC always is good. That's what I've learned. If I've learned anything over the past few months, it's the CDC dice roller is always good.
they
Okay.
still count as ones,
Yep,
Do they
crosses
count as
count
one?
as 0.
but.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Dispatcher is in the.
Needs to infect.
Oh yeah, 4 dice, Josh.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do this. Get ready.
No sixes. That's
Now
all
let's
I ask.
let,
No
let's
sixes.
just
No sixes.
Yeah, there they are.
And a 6. So we have an outbreak.
well, I meant to treat, but I couldn't roll it. Could have sent all 3 of the red
Yeah.
6s back, but you don't get to do anything if you. I think this version of Pandemic is just so funny.
I don't think it's it's a dice version of Pandemic, but I don't necessarily like. I would rather just play Pandemic. You know,
Yeah, it's a strictly worse version of Pandemic. Like, I can see if this was like version 1, and then they were like, look, let's go with like, instead of the dice, let's just like let players strategize their own actions from a list of actions. We'll just give them 4 action points each turn, and let's put together this like great deck. And so it's like, will be so neat that you keep shuffling the top however many cards back into the top of the deck and then drawing them during epidemics. That's like such a elegant way to do that. That's like so cool. And let's give players a strategic decision over whether to use their country cards to either cure a disease or to move, since mobility and curing are these, they pull you in 2 different directions. I feel like this is the like alpha version, and then they were like, nah.
I think
I'm surprised this is the second version.
Well, I mean, Pandemic prints money. I mean, I don't even think this is the second version. But I mean, out of all like the Pandemic variants, I mean, I don't know. Why not have a dice variant?
It is interesting, yeah, but I think the rolling the dice is a lot less interesting here than somewhere like Tiny Epic Galaxies, where you roll to like determine your
Actions.
the actions available for the turn. That's I think more interesting in that game.
I think it's because in Tiny Epic Galaxies, your roll kind of determines. It's weird. I mean, both games your roll determines what you can do, but in here it feels limiting, and in Tiny Epic Galaxies it feels like you're working with what you have. This just feels like I need to do this and I just can't roll it.
Yeah, I honestly think like rolling dice and the randomness of this is not a bad way to do this infection stuff, but I just feel like there's not enough interesting ways to mitigate bad luck or to work around that.
I'm just showing up and taking stuff.
How come you never cure? This is why we have so many outbreaks.
I'm keeping things from outbreaking by simply visiting them and taking out as much as I can.
And obviously we're our first game will run a little long. It's a tabletop simulator. It'll run a little long. Board Game Geek says this plays in about 30 minutes. I feel like regular Pandemic plays in about 45 to 60. I'd rather just spend the extra 15 to a half hour playing Pandemic.
Yeah, but I feel like you can get a good game. Like, if you have experienced players, you can get a game of Pandemic off in 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I do
12.
just
Love it. You love to see it.
like, yeah, I mean, I think like that's one of the big things too, is there's literally no way to mitigate this except, I guess, to get more dice. But if you don't roll the like collect samples, then you don't roll
you
to get
can't
the collect
get more
samples.
dice, yeah.
Yeah, and you can use the CDC stuff, but I think the CDC stuff should be a lot more like helping you manipulate the dice. And yes, some of them are. But I do feel like most of the CDC stuff are straight out of the original Pandemic.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
they
really
all
help.
are.
They don't help, but they don't help you here. This is a very different game, and the things that you actually want help with.
Mm-hmm.
I think interestingly enough, one of the other things is I feel like this is less collaborative, and I'm sure people would say, well, this is vastly improved because it really helps
Eliminates
prevent
the
as much quarterbacking in the original Pandemic. But I do think the downtime between turns is there's a lot more downtime between turns as you like watch and wait for somebody to roll their dice and then re-roll their dice and everything, and it's just on the whole less collaborative.
And I think that might be a tabletop simulator problem. I mean, I think it's more so than in Pandemic. But I think you know, the... Is it my turn?
Yes, dear.
Sorry. I think in regular Pandemic, your options are greater, regardless of what, you know, even outside of the role. Where am I? Should I just cure all this stuff?
You still wouldn't use all your dice even if you cleared everything in your spot. You'd still have one to re-roll.
Well, let's get... One, two, three, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do we want to do one quiet night, or do we want to...
I think it's not a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying, I think Pandemic, you have a lot more options on what you can do on your turn. Even thinking if you rolled everything you needed in this.
Yeah.
Like figuring out how to move, how to navigate the world is useful and interesting. Here you just kind of go wherever it's highest.
Yeah. Okay, I treated. I'm going to use this treatment, and I threw the 3 red dice back.
Sweet.
So, cure, please.
Yep.
Ten.
So, and I do want to point this out because I actually think this is a huge failure in this game. I think this is bad game design. Not to rag on the game too much, but I do think this right here is bad game design because it's a double whammy of feels bad.
You can't do anything on your turn because you don't have the dice.
You can't do anything on your turn, and you get hit with bad luck rolling the dice, and you can't get 13. So now this is like
A waste
3
of a turn.
turns in a row. Yeah, it's 3 turns in a row where I've had 1 or 2 dice to work with on my turn to do my actions. It's just like, this is just pure feels bad. There's nothing I can do to mitigate it. It's just like, is this fun for the game? Is the dice bag laughing at me?
I can be
Okay.
sympathetic. Maybe the dice bag's girlfriend is held hostage, and he needs to beat
Okay,
us.
let's get these things rolling here. A 1. Whoops.
I do that
We got a
every
couple
time.
CDC dice. That could have been a lot worse. We throw a 4 over here.
One. You got this.
Here. I mean, I'm just, the thing that really is most angering to me is the Belgians in India causing all these outbreaks. Is this not the Belgian flag down here? I mean, they ought to know better. Whoops, that's my turn.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't get hit with anything crazy.
Nope. She got some good stuff.
I'm gonna re-roll this treatment. Not re-rolling, I was picking it up there. Okay, so same concept. Alright, where am I flying to, people? Where is it most useful for me to take stuff? Of course, it's probably the place I am.
Yeah, or South America where Josh is.
Yeah, 'cause then at least he can move me on his turn, 'cause I'll already be there. And I will, and once again, I will roll these dice. Because giving them to Josh would not be useful.
When you treat, when you use a treat action to send dice from the treatment center back to the bag, if you have the cure, do you send them all back of the same color?
I think so.
Damn it.
In the same way that sending 4.
That's just not even funny.
The CDC dice like really love to come up.
Only when we
During
are
these rolls.
rolling for cures. That is correct.
Okay, that's at least going to help us not die immediately.
So I draw 4 of these.
Yep.
Although, Seth, if you don't send dice back to
The bag.
To hell.
where they came from,
I brought you into this world. I'll sure as I'll take you out.
Fuck.
oh Lord.
I mean, if the
What a
game
roll,
needs help,
Kirsten.
I can be sympathetic.
I think that literally loses us the game.
Kirsten, I think you cured the.
Why do you say that?
Oh, you're right. I was just thinking that those reds were still here and that they would
No.
overflow into this, which would then outbreak as well and go into here.
Nope, we're good.
No, I definitely just cured the blue and the red by rolling that.
So it's my turn?
Yep, this could be the last turn here. Go for it, Seth. Make us proud.
What do we have? We have...
But yeah, that's game because you rolled 1 outbreak.
No, he
But I ignore it.
ignores the first one.
Oh.
Where am I? Why am I in Asia? There's nothing going on over here.
Because there was, and then you cleared it all on your last turn.
I'm gonna cure these reds.
Good idea. That means there's virtually only reds in the bag to the end of this turn.
Good. I'm gonna take this blue.
I was gonna suggest you take the black and give it to Josh, just so we could freaking.
He's just gonna roll all CDC.
And then you.
They're sabotaging us.
I'm just gonna suggest, Seth, you have a lot of movement. There's this thing in here where if you move places, you can move stuff out.
Can we do that?
You could move, and then if your last turn is where Josh is, then you can get rid of those things. Just a suggestion. Plus, I got more things in back.
So I will move.
So take something out of there.
Yellow. I'll move. Yellow. And I will move. Hey, what's up, guys?
You can take something from there as well.
It's me, your boy, Seth. Okay.
You still have 1 treatment left. You can put something back in the bag again. Or
I mean, this is just gonna come back out. I should just put it in the bag.
that's what I'm saying. You should put something in the bag.
Okay.
Okay, cool, cool.
Here's all these 6s.
Yep. That outbreaks, which outbreaks, that's the game.
It doesn't outbreak.
It does. There's 4.
Oh, it's the same color.
That's what I'm saying.
We lost.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Game over. Well, I have to say, it feels like pandemic.
I mean, it feels like Dice Pandemic, but like Josh said, I mean, I think it works. I don't think it was as...
I feel like I'm a lot less agency.
I mean, I didn't collect samples, so I could always roll 7 dice. So I felt fine, but I can understand how frustrating it would be to just have half the dice to roll and then still not get the cure. And again, you can argue, well, you just need to collect more samples. Okay, but I can't roll sample symbols. And I agree that there's not enough ways to mitigate that luck of your die rolls.
Once you have samples, I mean, it's very likely that there's just not going to be that many more of that color dice out there.
Well, and so is there odds in the rulebook? What are the odds, Kirsten?
What?
Like, if you have 4 dice, what are the odds of rolling higher than 13?
Well, how many combinations of 13 are there with 4 dice?
It's about 50-50 with 4 dice because the average die roll is a 3.5. The average roll on any one die is 3.5, so it would be 14 average off 4 dice.
Sure.
Yeah, because if the average, anytime you roll a dice, the average.
Okay, well, it has a 0 on it.
Oh, that's true.
That's the problem. That's why I'm like, this isn't standard mathematics. Like, this isn't standard dice mathematics. There's
Yeah, you're right.
So-
if you have a side with 0 on it, and I think I'm looking at it, the rest are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So there's no
Oh, so
1. No, there are 1s. But only with... Only on red and blue.
Yeah, I see.
So you have
yeah,
a higher
I have-
chance to cure black.
Yeah, I have 3s, 4s, and 5s, but they're skewed towards the 3s. Because the black dice have 3 3s, a 4, 5, and a 0. So 9, 18. Divided by 6 sides is 3. So you have slightly less than a 50-50 chance rolling 4 dice, which is absolutely absurd. If you collect 4 samples and you sit there just rolling over and over and over again, you have less than 50%.
And you only can use 1 die. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
I think the thing you need to do is I think you need to spread the samples out on who has them and pass them around.
Why? Because you want to roll as many dice as you can.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if, Josh has, 4 of his dice locked up. But if only 2 of those were his dice, and 1 of those dice was my dice, and 1 of those dice was your dice,
I see.
everybody's rolling more dice. Instead of, right now, you're rolling all your dice, but Josh and I are rolling nothing.
Yeah.
What we
Yeah.
needed to do is pass those cures around until, like I said, like what we did with this last turn. I said, hey, why don't you take a black and pass it to Josh, and I'll have 5 that he can try and eat. And that should be enough, hopefully, to cure.
But that's not more fun.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's more effective. Yeah, and I think that's good. It is interesting. The odds and percentages in this are actually quite important, and I think they're not intuitive, because if you said, okay, what are the odds? If you just asked me, and hey, you have 2 seconds to answer, what are the odds of rolling a 13 with 4 dice? I'd be like, 75%.
Yeah, but it's not. Like,
Exactly. It's actually less than 50%.
yeah, I'm actually surprised there's not... I think it would have been beneficial to have a little probability chart in the rules.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I think all the diseases have approximately the same odds, though.
because it's
'Cause even the-
1, 4, 6.
Yeah, the red set with 2 6s, 2 1s, a 4, and a null is still averages 3. Average dice roll among those is 3, so you're still at less than 50-50. 5, 10, 12, 14, 18. Yeah, I think actually the size of the dice of all the sets actually do add up to 18, which gives you roughly less, just shy of 50% rolling 4 dice. But Kirsten is absolutely right. I mean, really what you're supposed to do is just all meet up. You have to keep meeting up. Like when you're going to cure, you got to just keep meeting up, passing the dice.
Which is fair, since that's an important strategy in regular pandemic to navigate the board and trying to meet up to pass information. I mean, it makes sense.
Can you lock dice when you're finding a cure? I think that would make more sense.
What do you mean? Oh, like
Like-
after you roll it, you could say, okay, this is that.
Yeah, if I roll a 5, 2, and a CDC, can I lock the 5 and then pass the? I past the 5 and Kirsten doesn't have to roll that, because that actually makes a little, that I think is a way to mitigate. It also makes a little strategic decision over whether do I keep a 4 or do I keep trying to roll for a better one. And it actually makes more sense in terms of like collaboratively curing a disease.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a couple good numbers. Now it's up to Kirsten to bring us home.
Well, therein lies the fault in your strategy. Never, ever, I rely on me to bring you home.
But yeah, I guess I'm surprised this is rated so highly. I mean, what is this?
Like I said, I will not disagree. This feels like Pandemic, but with dice.
I feel, yeah, and
And for people who love Pandemic, which I do like Pandemic, but I definitely felt that I had less agency in this game. There was way more luck.
I would rather play Pandemic.
I'd rather play Pandemic, but I will not disagree that like if hey, you want to play Dice Pandemic, this feels like Dice Pandemic. I won't disagree with that. But I would
Okay.
rather play regular Pandemic.
This was fun though.
Yeah.
It's always fun to try different things.
Yeah, agreed.
And it was a quick one.
Yeah. I like Pandemic, so I mean.
It was neat to see. I mean, like Josh was saying, it's neat to see how you would. I mean, not a lot of games get the treatment Pandemic has, where you just keep making it differently. And so it's neat to see, like, oh, how would they make Pandemic with dice? How would they make Pandemic with
You know, for two people.
for 2 people? Yeah, like.
How do they make it shorter? How do they make it longer?
Yeah.
How do they turn it into a 12, month campaign?
Yeah. But. All right, Josh, you heading out?
Yep.
Cool.
This was good.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
find the next thing down on the list of best 3-player games, and
Catch you guys later.
yeah, we'll go from there. So, anybody watching, thanks for joining. 2 days off. I might spontaneously stream something. I'll probably play Ghost of Tsushima at some point. But nothing is scheduled or planned for Thursday or Friday. I'll do something Saturday, probably drawing Sunday, and those will be at 1 p.m. And then back to gaming on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 8. So hope to see everybody there. In the meantime, have a good rest of your day. Bye.